that 92% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. Says that 92% of, what if I said, the problem isn't you? Self-craft. Yes, knowing that this is the exact thing that we all need in our lives for personal development. Hello and welcome to Mastering Self-Craft by Komal. That's me. Today I'm going to talk about something that is stuck. Yes, you got that. Feeling stuck. This is one little secret for personal development, which is the most impactful one. The only secret that you ever need to know. Well, let's dive into it. You've read the books, you've downloaded the apps, and you've also aesthetically, beautifully created your vision board. But nothing works out. Why? Well, even research says that 92% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. The thing is that why? You always keep thinking about why. Why is it that it is not happening? Why me? Why me? Why is it always me that's stuck? Well, what if I said the problem isn't you? The problem is the path you chose. We've always been told about breakthroughs, the bigger things, like this is the goal, these many clients, this is the number of followers, these many posts, etc. We've always heard of breakthrough stories. But is that what we want? No. What we actually need is breakdown. Yes, that's right. Breaking down these massive change into tiny, doable, achievable, easy to execute steps. That is how we develop or we grow our personal development space. So here I bring you our old friend. Remember compounding effect? Those tiny baby things which finally grow huge? Yes, that's exactly what we have to do. Small actions every day compounded over time, and you don't even realize that over a period of a year, 6 months, 6 years, you've achieved something that's incredible, something that you also would have never imagined. That's the beauty of compounding effect. And that's the beauty of micro practices. And this is why I coined a term, self-craft. Yes, knowing that this is the exact thing that we all need in our lives for personal development, I coined this term, self-craft, to define the art of intentional growth, which can be achieved through micro practices with science-backed technique. So this wholesome, beautiful thing which is called as self-craft, something that is very dear to me, something that I feel every one of us should embrace and keep it very close to us, because let's be honest, self-development should not feel like another part-time job, right? It's a beauty, it's a craft, and we all should grow with it. But why does growth feel so hard and so tiring? Exactly like this, like how Garfield is tired. Well, the answer lies in the neurochemistry of our brain. Our brain loves patterns. Any kind of fixed patterns is something that excites our brain. It is hard to break, it is hard to overrule it, which is why habits are so hard to break. It can be a bad thing, of course, but it can also be a good thing if you develop new habits. But why does developing new habit feel like pushing a boulder up the hill? It's exactly because the pattern has not been formed yet. So instead of fighting our brain because these patterns are so hard to break, let's retrain our brain and make this process a little more exciting. Ready? Let's get started. Number one, think of one area where you feel stuck. It could be any area of your life: money, health, relationships, whatever you want to think of. Think of one area. Second, identify one micro practice, something that is so small that it looks really ridiculous. Like it should just feel like, what? Are you really asking me to do this? You know? So identify this one micro practice. And third, stack it on an existing habit, something that you always do, something that you already do, you know. And fourth, measure tiny wins. Let's go. Here's one example. Think about, say, you want to start practicing gratitude. Okay, now that's the one area where you feel stuck and you feel like you should develop that habit. So, what do? We identify one micro practice. Now, that micro practice could be writing one line of gratitude or thanking one object or one thing in your life every day. Just saying thank you to that object. Okay, that could be your micro practice. Now, stack it on an existing habit. For example, do it after you brush your teeth or do it after your evening coffee. Whatever works for you, build it. Like just stack it on an existing ritual or habit that you have. And then check in, see how do you feel after 3 days of continuous practice, then 5 days, and then 7 days, and so on. And every time you check in, celebrate that win, celebrate that you've gone through so many days of consistency, and see, within a year you wouldn't have realized, but you would have had 1 year full of gratitude without missing a day. Beautiful, isn't it? Yes, that's the beauty of micro practices. Hello, this is me, Komal, and while you might think that I am a professional psychologist or I'm a university professor, well, I am neither. But I have 2 decades of teaching experience and have taught over 40,000 students across topics and age groups globally. And this channel is where my experience meets science to give you something that's super genuinely helpful and that will help you grow and progress in life through micro practices, which is self-craft. And that's why mastering self-craft, because let's face it, growth isn't a race, it's a craft, and we need to master self-craft. With that, you are already here and I know you're excited to grow in your journey, so hit that subscribe button and the bell icon because I have a lot to share. Welcome to Mastering Self-Craft, your space to grow with easy to execute steps. Please let me know in the comments what are the topics that you are working on currently or you would like to work on soon to master self-craft, and I would read the comments and try to prepare my future videos accordingly. I'm super excited and I hope you are too. Well, this is Komal sliding off. Wee!